Hello, my name is Arinit Sahota, and today I will be presenting on riboflavin, also known as vitamin B2. In this presentation, I will go over what riboflavin is, its history, food sources, metabolic functions, deficiency symptoms, toxicity, and why it's important for our health. Riboflavin is a water-soluble vitamin that belongs to the B complex group and is commonly known as vitamin B2. It can be taken through everyday foods, supplements like pills or capsules, and in severe cases, injections. Because it is a water soluble, the body does not store large amounts of riboflavin, so we need to consume it regularly through our diets. And then going on towards like the history of riboflavin, it dates back all the way to 1872 when English chemist Alexander Winter Blythe first observed a yellow-green pigment in milk. And later on, in the 19th century, scientists began studying vitamins after the discovery of thiamine. Researchers realized that there were additional water-soluble vitamins in foods like milk, whole wheat, yeast, as well as the liver, which led to the discovery of riboflavin in the early 1900s. So, this discovery overall helped scientists better understand the importance of vitamins in human nutrition. And then moving on towards food sources, riboflavin is found in many common foods. Most popular sources typically including like milk, yogurt, cereals and grains, lean meats, as well as green leafy vegetables. And for people who happen to be gluten-free, riboflavin can also be found in quinoa, rice, as well as oats. And an important note is that riboflavin is sensitive to light. So, for example, milk that is stored specifically in glass containers that are exposed to harsh sunlight or UV lights lose much of its riboflavin content. So, it typically showcases how the storage and the packaging can actually affect the nutrition levels in food. All right, and then moving on to serving sizes, in RDA, the recommended daily allowance, or otherwise known as RDA, for riboflavin is 1.3 milligrams per day for adult men and 1.1 milligrams per day for adult women. And for example, one cup of low-fat milk happens to contain about zero point 0.5 milligrams of riboflavin. So this roughly equals about 41% of the daily requirement for women. So this means that just one cup of milk itself can provide a large portion of the daily riboflavin that's needed typically. Okay, so moving on to metabolic functions, riboflavin plays a major role in metabolism as well as energy production. Its main function is working as part of coenzymes called FMN and FAD, which help carry high energy electrons during metabolic reactions. These coenzymes are essential for oxidation reduction reactions and help convert carbohydrates, fats, as well as proteins into ATP, which is the body's energy source. Riboflavin also helps other B vitamins function properly, such as converting folate into its active form and helping turn tryptophan into niacin. So overall, riboflavin is essential for maintaining energy as well as supporting metabolism. And then moving on to the deficiency symptoms, a deficiency in riboflavin is called a riboflavinosis. And symptoms of deficiencies typically include cracks at the corners of the mouth and an inflamed tongue, sore throat, skin inflammation, as well as sensitivity to light. And these symptoms are usually occurring when someone has poor nutrition or typically lacks a balanced diet. Okay, so going on to symptoms of toxicity, there is no known toxicity from riboflavin obtained from fruit now, but even at high supplement doses, it is considered relatively safe. And any excess riboflavin is typically removed through the urine, which in turn causes a bright yellow color. All right. So finally, going towards the conclusion, riboflavin is an essential vitamin that helps the body produce energy as well as maintain a healthy metabolism. It works through FMN and FAD to convert nutrients into ATP, which is found in common food, and it is also found in common foods like milk and grains and has a very low risk of toxicity. So deficiency is typically uncommon with an unbalanced or with a balanced diet, making riboflavin easy to obtain through everyday foods. And so the key takeaway from this is that riboflavin plays a vital role in daily energy production and overall health. And then here are my references. Thank you for listening to my presentation.